Hi everybody, welcome to another Plan With Me, and this time we are going to set up my 2024 planner that's going in my traveler's notebook. I will, as per usual, put links in the description to everything I talk about if you'd like to get something for yourself or a gift for someone else. And I will also put timestamps in the first pinned comment if you'd like to jump back and forth between the sections. So quick review, the first video in this little series, I talked about my traveler's notebook setup and what's all going to go into it for 2024. I've got a list book, a planner, and my journal for inserts, and it's also my wallet, so it has a card holder and all that good stuff. In my second video in this series, I talked about setting up the list book. So I opened this up and I did some hand calligraphy and I made all the lists that I will find useful over the next year. And now we're doing the next part, which is the planner. So join me today as we go step by step in setting this up. So let's talk about supplies. I've got my cover, which is from Wanderings. There's a link to this one down below. This is a really reasonably priced leather-bound traveler's notebook that also has pockets. And in the front, I'm not going to show you today because it has my credit cards and driver's license and all that, but it's got card pockets in the front and it has folio pockets in the front and back. It's a great cover. Then I have 3 inserts right now. That first one for the list book was from Sovereign Gear. The second one, which is the planner today, is from Midori. It's the 018. So this one is going to be undated. It has room to write in the dates here, put notes on the right, do your planning in the middle. There are a couple of pages at the beginning that you can use for tracking or forward planning. But otherwise, it's what you see is what you get. 26 weeks of blank weekly layouts. So then for the journal part, I have a moleskin kaye, which has been chopped so that it cuts down and it fits into my standard size traveler's notebook. And these are just little 80-page inserts. They come in a pack of 3. So link to those down below as well. Now today we're adding some supplies. I've got a corner rounder. This is from Carl. I've had this one for like maybe 20 years and it works really well as long as you do like maybe 4 or 5 copy paper weight sheets at a time or 1 piece of cardstock. It's meant to be kind of industrial strength and do thicker pieces, not just one little piece of paper. And then I have Tombow mono correction tape because I'm not perfect, but I like to look like I am. And this works really well with the Midori paper. It's super smooth. They haven't changed these in like 20 years either. You can get packs of like 2 or 4 or 10. I have them all over my house and my tote bag and I think there's even one in my gym bag. All right, so Tombow mono correction tape. I've got pens and markers. I have the Zebra Sensations brush pen that I always talk about. We're going to use this a lot today to do the dates and the days of the week. And so these are really easy to control, thin upstrokes, thick downstrokes. Great for beginners, water resistant, and pigment based, so they're not going to bleed through this Midori paper. To jot my entries, I have a Uniball Signo RT1. The Uniball Signo ink is also going to be water resistant once it has time to dry. And the reason it's called RT1 is because it's retractable, like that. And this one in particular, I know there are a lot of Uniball Signo pens out there, but this one, all the way from the tip, all the way about halfway up the barrel, it's nice and comfortable. You can rest your fingers anywhere along here. If you've been here before, you've heard me talk about these incessantly. I mentioned these 2 in almost every video. But if you're new here, welcome. It's nice to see you. Feel free to introduce yourself. We've got a nice little community going here in the comments section. Okay, so I've got pens, I've got paper cutter, I've got correction tape. And is there anything else? Yeah, stickers. We're going to use stickers today. So I always start out the year with this sticker book. It's the Paper House Life Organized Seasonal Sticker Book. It has 30 sheets. It's watercolor based design. It covers all of the major holidays, all the seasons, all the months. it has just really, really beautiful illustrations. Some of them have some gold involved, which is cool. And most of them are just plain pretty, and they're matte finish. So I'm on at least my third book of these. I just keep ordering them over and over every year, and it's a great way to kind of get my planner, just kind of the basics. You know, I get like Valentine's Day in there and St. Patrick's Day and some spring flowers, and it just kind of sets the tone for the planner for the year. And then as I flip through the pages, it's easy to see, you know, what season I'm on. Now, these are available on Amazon Prime, so check there. But right now, if you're watching this around Thanksgiving week, they are doing a sale right now at Paper House, and if I'm not mistaken, these are like 50% off. But then I also have a coupon code where you get like an additional 20% off. So that combination makes these the least amount I've ever seen. It's the best deal I've ever seen on these sticker books. So look in the description for that. Paper House seasonal sticker book. Okay, are we ready? Let's do this. Oh, wait, more stickers. I'm sorry. You can never have too many stickers, right? So these are from Navy Peony. This is a brand that I've found recently on Amazon that I had not tried before. And they have these little themed set of stickers. And a lot of them are for locations, like there's one for Florida and one for Italy and one for Greece and one for France and things like that. This one is a motivational set. I think they call it minimalist motivation or something like that. And then this little set is for faith. So yeah, it's just called Faith. Navy Peony Faith stickers. So you get 48 in this one, and this one doesn't say how many are in here. There's a lot of really teeny tiny little stickers in this one. So I'm going to incorporate these as well this year. And then this is a rub-on transfer set. So they're technically stickers. They come with those little popsicle sticks, and you know, you cut out the design you want, lay it on your page, and do a rub-on transfer. And there's some really, really pretty florals here. So I'm going to use these as well. Okay, and a couple of other supplies that I'm going to use today. I've got a calendar that I've printed from Canva. I took a template that someone had generously offered that had the months all planned out, and then I changed the font so that I liked it. I changed the colors a little bit, and I moved the months around so that I ended up with a nice format that would fit inside my traveler's notebook. And I'm going to adhere that to my planner using Staples repositionable or permanent, either one works, glue tape. This one is permanent, and I usually take my ink rewards from recycling ink cartridges, and then I just go buy a bunch of these permanent glue tapes, and I use them for all of my crafting, and they're acid free, and they're awesome, and they're easy to roll, and so I've just stuck with these for many, many years. Okay, and one more supply that we're going to use today will be Avery Ultra tabs. They come in little packs like this. This one is the pastel set. This one is the metallic set. You can write on these with any pen or pencil or marker. And what's really cool about them is the way that they adhere. So it goes like this. You can place it, you know, wherever you want it to stick out as far as necessary or really close flush with the page. And you put it on like this, and then it pops off very much like a Post-it note, just like that. So you can move them around and move them with you. So like I have one that'll stay in the same spot for most of the time, but then I have a weekly that I move every single week to the next page, and they last a really long time. You get, I think, let's see, six of these per color. So anytime they start to look worn, then I just go back to my pack and I get a new one. So it's a really versatile little tool for any kind of planning, journaling, and organizing. All right, so Avery Ultra tabs. All right, so let's start off with just getting this planner out so we can work on it. I don't usually pull out my inserts every time I open them to write something in them, but when I'm doing the setup, it's just easier to have it right here on the table, opening nice and flat. So first I'm going to round the corners, and I'm going to do the cover here with you. You can see it just really easily works through that cardstock. All right. And then I'm going to do the inside, and I'm going to show you the beginning, and then I'll come back when it's finished because it takes a little while. But I'm going to take about 4 pages at a time. Remember, if I said that if you do 1 page at a time, it doesn't like that, and it gets jammed. It's meant for multiple pages, like that. 4 pages at a time. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing that through the rest of the book, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my rounded corners. I want the front to be pretty, so let's talk about that. I am going to open up this Navy Peony motivational sticker pack here, and let's see. You've got a lot of teeny tiny things in here that'll be okay for daily planning, but I want one of the bigger ones to go on the front. So be present in all things would be a nice one. Be productive is a nice reminder. Make time for what you love. I really like that one. You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. And that's C.S. Lewis. I like that. I'm kind of narrowing them down. I like these two. I've got health is wealth. The best way to predict the future is to create it. That's a good one. That's Abraham Lincoln. On to the next adventure would be great for a travel insert. Make a difference, of course. You are enough. That's a good one. There's no place like home. Bring your own sunshine. I love that quote. It's from Anthony D'Angelo, and the whole quote says, wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any, from Alice Walker. All right, so those are the larger ones, and I'm going to narrow it down to these 4. All right, which one do I want? I think I'll do this one. You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. That speaks a lot of possibilities to me in 2024. So I'm going to peel this, and as per usual, these little individual stickers like this that aren't on sheets always take a minute to find the right spot. Okay. All right, so that's my little sticker on the front to set the tone. And then I have that calendar that I printed. I printed this on an Epson Workforce Pro printer, which is what I use for any of the printing that's going to go in my planner. And there you go. I cut it exactly right. So this is 4 inches wide by 7 3/4 inches tall. And it fits inside the Midori just right. All right, so we'll use glue tape there. Now with this permanent, you have to be really careful where you put it because it will be there forever. All right, how's that look? Pretty good? All right, so now I have an at-a-glance calendar in the front. Now, once I've finished using this, I will go in and write the dates that I completed it because best laid plans, you know, I want to use this for a little over 6 months. But occasionally a new planner pops up and I try something else. But ideally, this is going to go, actually, it's going to go from like mid-November 2023 to sometime in April 2024 because I'm going to get started a little bit early on mine. And that's the benefit of using an undated planner like this. You can start any day you want. All right, so next we've got what I am going to use as a medical tracker. So I'm going to get out my Zebra Sensations brush pen, and I'm going to do the months here at the top. I'm going to go November, December, January, February, March, April. And then I'm going to put the years, so 23 and 24. Okay, so this is really handy in that the numbers are already drawn for you. You've got 1 through 31 all the way down the left side of each column. So I am going to use my correction tape and I'm going to fix the months. So November should only have 30 dates. December goes to the 31st. January goes to the 31st. February 2024, what do we have here? Yep, we get the 29th this year. So I'm going to mark off the 30th and the 31st. March has 31 days, and then April only has 30. All right, so now those are correct. Now I am going to go in and I'm going to put like an MTWTHFSASU to jog my memory as to what day of the week it is. So I need to see what November 1st was. Okay, so November 1st was a Wednesday. And I'm using this Uniball Signo pen because it's much more fine point than the Zebra Sensations brush pen is. Okay, now I'll complete the rest of the months and then I will be back and we'll chat about it. Okay, so what do I do with this medical tracker? Well, I track symptoms. So what I will do is I will put some super personal things here that have to do with some chronic stuff I'm dealing with, and I will write out like a letter for each one to jog my memory. And then over here, as the days go by, I will write in, for example, honestly, let's say it's time of the month, I circle that. If I have a fever, I write the temperature. And then for anything else, like let's say I have a migraine, you know, I write an M and which side, and just jot little reminders like that to myself all the way through here. And that way, when I go to the doctor and she says, when's the last time blank, I can look back and see it. Or I can start to see trends. It's kind of interesting over the years to map out trends of when certain symptoms occur. So that's what I use this for. This is my medical symptom tracker. We have another spread like this though, and I'm gonna make this one for forward planning. So if you look back here, you have 26 weeks. You can do 25 weeks and then turn the last one into a forward planner if you want, but I want to use all the weeks. So I'm going to use this as my forward planner. So I'm going to, let's see, this one is going November through April. So we're going to make the forward planning May, June, July, August, and then I'm gonna write fall, and then we're gonna do the next year. So I've got May 24, June 24, July 24, August 24, fall 24, and then 2025. So if I've got an appointment forward planning for like May 12th, I can write it in here. If it's sometime from September forward, it'll go in this fall column. And then if it's really long range planning into 2025, I can just jot little notes here. Okay? All right, so that's my forward planning. Now let's move on to the bulk of this, which is the weeks. So I am going to start this, I think I'll backfill my symptoms for a week or two. And I'm going to start the actual planner on Monday of this coming week, which is the 20th of November. Again, feel free to start yours on January 1st. Feel free to start it whatever day today is when you're watching this. That is the beauty of the undated planner. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are already written out for me. I'm going to start on the 20th. And so I've got November 20th through 26th. Then I come over here to the notes area and I write November 20th to the 26th and the year. That way, as I'm flipping through my book, I easily see what week it is up here in the top right, and then I have my individual days marked out here. And that's really all I have to do to set up the weeks as far as writing at this point. When I first started using one of these, I was starting Monday planning for the first time, weeks starting on Monday. So I actually took my brush pen and I wrote like MONTUEWED all the way across here, just so that it was even bigger, that I could see that it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now I'm used to it. I know that the first column is Monday and so on. So, you know, you can do it however you want. I have mine very, very minimalist. I've just got black writing everywhere through here, and then I'm going to add some stickers and some rub-on transfers to give it a lift here in the next part of the video. But you can use washi, you can use watercolor on the Midori paper. It'll take it really well. You can do anything you want to jazz up your planner and make it yours. This is just my style. All right, so I'll do another week with you here, and then we will skip forward. I'll have filled out the whole book, and then we'll do some stickers together. All right, so 27th. So this is going to be November 27th through December 3rd, 2023. Now, if I'm doing them in a hurry, like I'm going to do the rest of the book, I will definitely get some kind of a blotter sheet, because as I've been sitting here talking to you, it's given time for that Zebra Sensations brush pen to dry. But if I'm just going right to the next week, I'll put a blotter in between, and I'll turn to the next page and keep going. So I'm going to fill out the rest of the book, and then we'll come back and talk about the next step. Okay, so I have written in all the dates, and believe it or not, I did not make a single mistake. I'm very, very proud of myself. All right, so now I am going to go through and I'm going to add things that have to be done on a certain day. I'm going to add holidays, and I'm going to add stickers, and then I'll come back and show you exactly what I did for each week. Okay, so let's see how I decorated this book in a very minimalist way that lets me continue functional planning. So I've got that quote on the front, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream" by C.S. Lewis. That's from the Navy Peony motivational set. And then my first stickers here are for Thanksgiving. So I've got a pumpkin and I am thankful for, and that has some gold foil, and that's from the Paper House Life Organized Seasonal Sticker Book. Every single week I've written water plants. Just a little reminder, even though I see them every day. And then as each new month starts, I have the word for the month, and that is from the Paper House Seasonal Sticker Book, and this little cardinal is also from that book. So kicking off December with some winter feelings. Then I'm leaving some of the spreads blank, and that's because as weather comes up, I'll use the Paper House book to decorate. Sometimes I'll do my own watercolor, and other times I'll add more stickers. So I left a couple blank here that I can decorate as the weeks go. Then we have Christmas Eve on Sunday, the 24th. I've got a little poinsettia, and I wrote Christmas Eve. The sticker is from Paper House, and also the Christmas tree is also from Paper House. Then we have Christmas Day on Monday and New Year's Eve on Sunday. So this spread is very festive. So I've got poinsettias, and that's from Paper House. And these gold stars for New Year's Eve are also Paper House. And then I just wrote with my brush pen Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. Then I always think of January as kind of blue. I guess it's because of the cold of the snow. So for New Year's Day, I put a pretty blue flower and then the word January. Those are all from Paper House. And then these are kind of a mix. This one that says Have a Little Faith, that is from the little Navy Peony Faith set. And this little just sprig of greenery, that is from that rub-on transfer kit. That's from Wandic. I've got a link in the description to that. Then I have a blank spread, Martin Luther King Day Junior Week. And so I'll, again, as the weather, usually, just typically in Ohio, it always snows that week for some reason. So I'm sure I'll have snowflakes and winter scenes across here as the time comes. Same with January 22nd through 28th. Then February, we get the word February, and that's from the Paper House Seasonal Sticker Book. Then I just continued the pink theme through February, so I've got another rub-on transfer flower from Wandic here. Happy Valentine's Day with some gold sparkle foil. That is from the Paper House Seasonal Sticker Book. Also from the same book, we've got President's Day. So a little Uncle Sam hat and the American flag. March, same thing, Paper House has the first day of the month. And then continuing into March, I was thinking green and yellow. So this is Shine Your Light, and that sticker is from the Navy Peony Faith set. And I paired that with a little rub-on yellow flower from that Wandic set. So I'm leaving plenty of room to write. I will always kind of make the weather, kind of sketch the weather basically with my brush pen up here at the top in these boxes. And then I have my important to-do list items first. I've got the things that are going on and also some kind of reverse memory planning, going back and filling out what I actually did. There's room at the bottom for notes, and there's room on the right for my to-do list. But I've got a little splash of color and some motivational thoughts there. And then I've got St. Patrick's Day Seasonal Sticker Book. Then this March 18th through 24th, I just kind of got into the Easter season, and so I put Rejoice, and that's from the Navy Peony Faith set. And these matched. This Rejoice had the pretty little kind of orange flowers around it, and so I picked out the matching flower from that same set, so it coordinates. And then I have Easter week, and this is one of my favorite stickers in the whole Paper House Seasonal Sticker Book. I love this bunny. So I put him right here for Easter, and I wrote Easter, and then as that week goes on, I'll probably do some watercolors just in relation to whatever we do to celebrate. And then I have April, again, Seasonal Sticker Book. Then these two are both from the Navy Peony Faith set. Grace for today, and I made sure to put that on a Sunday. And then this little, it's an illustration of hands with heart-shaped flowers, and they match the flowers that are in the Grace sticker. Then a blank one, just, you know, again, it's weather oriented. I had one year where it actually snowed on the cherry blossoms, on the sakura. It snowed on them in April, and so I would probably want to put in a picture of that or paint it or something like that. So I'm definitely leaving some blank spaces to make it my own through April. And then May, the first word from Paper House Seasonal Sticker Book. Mother's Day, a beautiful floral bouquet from the Seasonal Sticker Book, and that brings us to the end. I actually have a couple of blank weeks here because remember I said this includes 26 weeks, so it's a little more than 6 months. So I left the blank ones here because if I'm ready to move into a new planner, I can do that, or I can use it as just kind of a little scratch area back here, or if I'm doing a sample layout for you when I make a YouTube video, then I have a blank one for that. I just gave myself some versatility here at the end. Okay? And there is an area here at the back to put your contact information if you want to do that. And of course, I could put some kind of a reference I could print out and put in here. I could decorate the back, but for right now, I'm just keeping it as minimal as I can. Okay, my last step here is going to be to set up my tabs. So I'm using these Avery Ultra tabs, and I use the same color system every time. I've been using it for years, and it just works for me. So for the movies and series that I watch, I tend to flip to that every single night. So I'm going to put that one right here. And I like to use, it's either a gold or a bronze. It kind of reminds me of the Oscars. And again, that's repositionable. And I usually have them stick out just about 1 centimeter. And then the next one that I always mark is the symptom tracker here at the front of the planner. And I use a silver for that. And again, I'm just having it pop out about 1 centimeter. And then my weekly tab moves with me from week to week. And we'll have this one ready for Monday. And I use a lavender tab for that. And it's hiding here somewhere. And again, just about 1 centimeter. All right, there we go. So I have my tabs here, and these are the 3 things that I flip to most frequently. So I can just flip to that, flip to that, flip to that. And they don't stick out too far beyond the notebook itself. So that is my planner. So that'll go in here right in the middle between my list book and my journal. In the next video about this series, setting up my planner and journal for 2024, I will do a little bit deeper dive on the moleskin that I'm using for journaling. This is the one that had been a large size cahier. It's exactly the right height to go in here, but I needed to trim it down to fit inside the standard size traveler's notebook width. But it's working really well. I've already journaled on a couple pages and I like it very much. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the supplies I used today, the stickers, any of that stuff, feel free to put them in the comments section. Join the discussion, telling us what you're using for 2024, and certainly come back, join me. Click subscribe and like and comment and all that good stuff. It keeps the algorithm keeping me in front of you. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your journaling and planning journey. Bye-bye.